Has the Olympic Games become a scam? Is it actually about sport integrity and fair play? Or is it a slowly dying relic of the past? Are athletes and audiences everywhere ready for a revolution? How have my feelings on the Enhanced Games evolved? Will Australia's James Magnussen break the 100 freestyle world record or win the upcoming Enhanced Games? Would I commentate for the Enhanced Games? Would I work with them? Why don't Team USA Olympic coaches get paid? These are the questions I've been asked. We discussed all of that and more in today's podcast. I will respond to every comment and question down below, as long as it's respectful. Now let's have a conversation. You want to do this? I front-loaded this podcast to have the Enhanced Game questions up front, and then we'll go into some other swimming-related topics and then other stuff. That's kind of the flow of how I structured the questions.
Coming off your recent Enhanced Games podcast, where you replied to 1,000 comments, now that you've had more time to think on it, how has your perception of the Enhanced Games changed or evolved?
My beliefs have become more solidified. The most commonly asked question I get is, will it be a success? Is this going to be a fluke? Is it going to be a one and done? And the more I think about it, the more I think that it will be successful, and I think that it's kind of inevitable. I think that they're going to have world records set, not just in swimming, maybe in track and field also. They will get some of the best top tier talent in swimming and in other sports because everyone has a price and they will pay it. Right. Even if they compete clean. Once the first event is successful, I feel like the cat's out of the bag, the toothpaste is out of the tube, and it's probably just going to grow and it will be a thing. That is I could be wrong. I could be dead wrong. And all my opinions on, the use of steroids and all those things, it's just, the more I've talked to people about it, the more I've been solidified to the fact that I just believe in freedom and bodily autonomy. And I think people should be allowed to do whatever they want to do. How do you feel? Yeah. How do you feel?
Well, my opinion still lies with the younger generation and the effects on the younger generation. So I still feel the same as that. However, as a wife and someone who has seen the sacrifices Cody has gone through, I've marinated a little bit more on his wife's,
Christian's wife.
Yes, Christian's wife's testimonial. It makes a lot of sense. And I totally see where they come from and why they're doing it. Before I didn't know. And then seeing that and hearing that, yeah, okay.
The more I think about it, the more I can't see how it won't be a success. And won't take off and won't quite literally revolutionize Olympic sports. For a handful of different reasons, some of which we're going to discuss. The financial reasons, the financial incentives, the freedom element, and we'll get into that.
Second question. You mentioned Enhanced Games paying athletes $100K just for competing in the event. I don't see that listed anywhere. Where are you getting that dollar figure from?
So I said in the last podcast that the Enhanced Games, they're willing to pay elite level athletes, elite level swimmers $100,000 just to compete. That's not listed anywhere. The way that they're working is they're going to structure individual deals with each athlete. So depending on how good you are, they're going to offer someone more money. It's not just going to be like a one lump sum, here's your salary. But I got that $100,000 figure because I personally know someone that was offered $100,000. I would never disclose who or all the athletes that I've talked to about this kind of stuff, but those are the kind of things that are being thrown around. And by the way, this is
I almost asked who.
This is an Olympic medalist. It's a very, very, very good swimmer.
Should athletes have the right to choose what they put into their bodies if they're fully informed of the risks? If you agree to this, how could someone not agree with the mission behind the upcoming Enhanced Games? Do you agree?
I do agree. This is the main thing that I've thought about the most.
If you know. If you know and you're willing, yeah.
You should be allowed to do whatever you want to do. If you want to buy cigarettes and smoke, if you're the right age, you can do that. If you want to drink alcohol and you're the right age, you can do that. If you want to take drugs and try and increase your probability of performing well at a competition where it's legal, you should be allowed to do that. And I've become more on board with that notion. And I know a lot of people, a lot of close friends that feel very differently, and that's okay. Some close friends that really, really feel differently. But at the end of the day, I just feel like it's your right to do so. It's absolutely your right to do so. And you're free to disagree with me and disagree with that, and that's okay. And we just have to be nice to each other about it. We're gonna take a quick minute so that I can thank the sponsor of this video, LMNT. LMNT is a delicious electrolyte drink with everything you need and nothing you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. It helps me replenish electrolytes, especially this summer when it's so hot. It contains a science-backed ratio of electrolytes. That means 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. There's no colors, no artificial flavors, no fillers, no gluten, no nonsense. If you are working hard like me, if you're outside sweating a lot, if you're in the pool putting in the work, you gotta replenish your electrolytes, and I recommend LMNT. I love the chocolate caramel in the morning after a hard workout. It's like a nice warm hug, it's delicious. But I also love the mango chili. This is just such a unique, awesome flavor, and I like a little spice, a little hint of it. LMNT is used by NFL players, NBA players, NHL players, Olympic athletes like myself, and even normal humans. Allie has a little bit of LMNT after she's had a little wine every once in a while. Right now, LMNT is offering my viewers, you all, a free 8-count sample pack. That's 8 single-serving packets free with any LMNT order. Get yours at drinklmnt.com/CodyMiller. This offer is only available through my link, so head to drinklmnt.com/CodyMiller to get yourself a free sample pack. And everyone, just know that when you support my sponsors like LMNT through the link in the description below, you are supporting me and this YouTube channel. So I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, LMNT, for sponsoring this video. And now, back to the podcast.
Would winning an Enhanced Games medal carry the same meaning or prestige as an Olympic gold, or why or why not?
No. So there's one thing that the
so.
CEO of the Enhanced Games has said on a number of podcasts that I've watched. He said that nationalism is dead, that nationalism is over, and that, you know, the camaraderie behind rooting for an Olympic team or a country is like kind of going away. And I strongly disagree with that.
I strongly disagree with that as
Yeah,
well.
he has said that. I'm paraphrasing, but he has said that. And so just by the sheer fact that the Olympics is the pinnacle of our sport, the pinnacle of all Olympic sports, right? Track and field, gymnastics, everything. So winning a gold medal in that is, at least for a while, for the foreseeable future, always going to carry more weight and mean more. The Enhanced Games is about setting world records and making money. That's what it's about. So like you go to the games, say the Enhanced Games takes off and you go to the 4th or 5th Enhanced Games and you win a gold medal, cool. I still think that in general, people are going to care more about the Olympic Games. They're going to care more about that medal for what it means, for what it symbolizes, for why you watch sports, why you watch swimming, to root for your team and your country. And people have pride with that. And so...
But it's not even just about watching it. It's about the athlete and standing up there on the podium for your country and competing for your country. That is amazing. I don't know. I strongly disagree. I think the camaraderie, the country feel, the pride, it outweighs.
I also think that I love the mission. A part of the mission of the Enhanced Games is providing the athletes the ability to perform at their absolute fastest. So, example, conditions at the Olympics are not optimal for peak performance. Living in the village, eating the village food in the dining hall is not optimal for peak performance. Where oftentimes you always see the beds that are made of cardboard, you always see the rooms that don't have air conditioning or proper heating or proper ventilation, the bus schedules. It's the same story every single Olympics. The bus route, it's always a pain in the butt. It's difficult to get to the venues. There's no reason why 10,000 athletes need to stay in one place. It's just cool. It's a tradition, but it's not optimal for high level performance swimming. Right. You see more world records at world championships because it's not a games. Because when you go to the world championships, you stay in a hotel where you have a nice bed, where you have air conditioning, where the commute to the facility is short. And you're just set up for more, and there's also less pressure at the World Championships than at the Olympics. Yeah. But the idea behind the Enhanced Games is like they're gonna set everything up that is optimal for peak performance. And a part of that also is taking performance enhancing drugs that are not currently legal in the FINA Aqua system with WADA. So But I like that. I like that they're gonna do everything that they can to optimize peak performance, because guys, trust me when I tell you, going to the Olympics is extremely cool, but it is not glamorous. It is far from cushy and luxury. It is the opposite of that, and it's always that way.
I had a great time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Of course we had a great time, but
I had a great time. I don't know what your living quarters were. But
we saw the stories of
I stayed in an Airbnb.
We saw the stories at the last Olympics of Leon Marchand, the hero of the home country, wasn't staying in the village. He was staying in a premium hotel close to the swimming pool, again, to help optimize his performance. He was one of the few that got that luxury. Yeah, anyway, we could go on and on about that, but let's move on.
From Olivia, would you consider commentating at the enhanced games for a large fee, or do you think that would also earn a ban from USA Swimming because it would be seen as an endorsement of the concept?
So there's this big push by Aqua. I keep wanting to say FINA, but it's now Aqua. That's the governing body of swimming, the world governing body of swimming. Basically saying, in any way, shape, or form, if you are directly involved with the enhanced games, we can ban you.
Yeah.
But that's just a fear tactic. I don't see how that holds up in court. I don't see how, if the enhanced games does what they say they're going to do, which is, hey, if you're a clean athlete and you want to compete at our event, we'll pay you. We're going to open up our doors, let WADA come in, run their normal drug testing procedures. You can remain in the testing pool all year long and compete in this event clean. Then there is no, I'm not a lawyer, but there is no way that they can then ban athletes for competing in this event. Aqua doesn't own any athletes. They don't own you. You're free. It's the same thing that happened when ISO was created. They tried to do the same thing. They threatened your ability to compete in their events because ISL was a threat to their establishment, because they're the monopoly on all swimming events. And they're doing the same thing with the enhanced games.
I don't understand how they could tell you that you couldn't.
Yeah, it's just a fear thing. They're gonna say it because they don't want to lose athletes. They don't want. It's in any industry. Whoever's on top, they don't want competition. They don't want competition. They don't want it. As far as the commentating thing, call me up. Maybe. We'll see. I think it's cool. Maybe
I'll do it.
I would like to go and watch. I think it would be. You know how much I love Vegas. It's gonna be at Resorts World. I was just there. It's a cool place.
You do like Vegas?
Oh, I'm a little biased.
Do the enhanced games undermine the Olympic ideals of fair play, natural ability, and discipline, or do they simply represent the future of the sport?
This is a question that I have thought about maybe the most. Is the ideals of fair play and the spirit behind the Olympic Games.
And natural ability?
Natural ability, yes. Now,
I think the natural ability is like the really big one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the discipline is a big one. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I do think.
Allie thinks it undermines it.
I do, because Cody was gifted in a lot of ways. He is not necessarily the largest athlete. He's not the... Sorry, you're not the tallest.
It's true. 5'11", yeah, I'm short.
But it is your discipline and your natural ability and your fair play and all of the things that make you who you are and how you went through swimming and were brought up. So that made you who you were. But if you dabble in a little bit other things, then it oversees what you've done. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
I understand your...
It's really hard to explain.
No, you did a good job. I understand your opinion. I think a lot of people feel that way. I come back to the same thing that I said about Christian Golemov, the 50 freestyler that set the world record and won the $1 million. He worked his entire life and never did anything illegal and was 5th, 6th in the world.
Right.
And then this new event came on. He took a chance and he won the $1 million. I don't think the fact that he took steroids and maybe a few other currently banned illegal substances takes away from all the things you just said, the discipline, the work ethic, the amount of rest, the amount of time. I don't think it diminishes those things personally.
No, but they're separate. They're separate. They're not the same thing. You're right. He has worked his rear off doing what he's done and getting to where he is. And I salute him. That is amazing. That's something that I have never done, nor ever could do. But that is very different than the other athletes that are busting their butts too, just like he did, and where they're at.
I understand. You're also with this question, do the enhanced games undermine the Olympic ideals of fair play? Well, that right there, you're automatically assuming that the Olympics is fair and clean. And we know it's not. We know that it's not. Our best friend, Lily King, became famous because a girl that she beat at the Olympics, thank goodness she beat at the Olympics, had taken illegal substance, had failed multiple drug tests, and they let her compete anyway. So she was training at an advantage because she was using illegal performance-enhancing substances. I have been beaten at international competitions by guys that I would never say with 100% certainty, but with high 99% certainty, some people have taken drugs and beaten me. Okay? So does it undermine that level, the fair play of the Olympic Games? I don't think it does, but I hear your point about the other aspects. I hear that from other people too. And I recognize...
I don't know. I think it's the natural ability piece.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
That's what sets me apart from Lily King.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, she's a little taller than me, but man, she's so much better than me.
But when it comes to
in so many different ways, like I couldn't be Lily. Like I couldn't swim as fast as Lily. That's the difference. That's her natural ability than I have. But that's the point.
But when it comes to a part of the mission of the Enhanced Games is creating the fastest humans on Earth.
Right.
It's not about natural ability.
The mission is different.
It is.
They're separate. Yes. Again, I'm going back to the thing that I said earlier. They're separate. They're different.
Yeah. No, this is great. Yeah, I see that.
From Duncan, I follow James Magnussen on Instagram. He's been putting in real swim work, real volume. He's trimmed down a lot. Do you think he has a chance to break a world record in the 50 or 100 meter free at the Enhanced Games?
I also follow James Magnussen on Instagram, and that is true. I've seen some of his sets that he's been posting. That dude is putting in work. He's running a lot and swimming a lot. He looks good. Now, can he set a world record? I don't know. He took a long time out of the pool. He took like 7 years off. And on top of that, I don't have anything to go off of because I don't know.
Nothing's impossible.
Nothing's impossible. I don't know what meets he's going to have leading up to the Enhanced Games where he can test his ability because he can't legally swim in any like Aquafina sanctioned meets. So like if there was a meet in December and we saw some times that he went, like we don't know what he's going at his time trials at his home training.
Yeah.
So the question is, do I think he'll set a world record? Probably not. I hope I'm wrong. I'm genuinely rooting for that guy. Like I would love to see him. I'd love to see him break a record. I really would. Yeah. And quite honestly, if anybody could do it,
I wouldn't doubt him.
He's one of the greatest of all time. I wouldn't doubt him.
I wouldn't doubt him. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to doubt him. I wouldn't doubt him.
I don't want to doubt him. But like, the Vegas odds are against him right now. But he definitely knows that.
Why? Because it's Vegas?
No.
And you know, like slots.
No,
and tables
because
are
Vegas
you?
odds are based on data, and the data that we have is he took X number of years off. The last time we saw him compete, he wasn't all that fast. We don't have anything else to go off of. So yeah, like if I'm a bookmaker at Vegas, it's like he's not going to set the record. But maybe there will be some time trials that give us some. This is something I gotta, I'd love to know about.
No,
it's
you missed my jab.
Did I miss a joke?
You missed my jab.
What'd you say?
On Vegas, I was like, yeah. So if I'm at the table and stuff,
Oh
like
my God.
essentially making like
dancing.
no, I was making a joke like you never win unless you're at the entry slot machines. They pay out more.
Fun fact, yeah.
They pay out faster.
Yes, the slot machines near the entrances and exits of Las Vegas,
with Cody.
they're rigged to pay out more to draw people into the casinos. So if you're gonna play slots, play ones close to the doors. Fun fact for you. Okay, we gotta
one thing I learned.
We gotta move on.
With being with Cody.
We gotta move on.
How did it feel being on deck at U.S. Nationals where they were selecting USA teams and you were not competing?
Honestly, it was weird. It was weird. It was comfortable and like cool because like I was there officially. Like US Swimming gave me a badge. They gave me like a media credential. I had friends that I was rooting for really like so hard, and there were a lot of fun. Like I loved being on deck. It was fun, but it was strange. Yeah, I had a little bit of imposter syndrome. Honestly, that first day, I was not supposed to be there.
You're like me now.
What? What do you mean by that? Normal?
Yeah, normal. Once we were not competing to be on the team.
Okay, come on, let's keep going.
How did your relationship with Coach Ray change as you got older as an athlete? It must have gotten easier swimming for Ray the longer you swam at Indiana.
Yeah,
this is my favorite.
We could do an entire podcast on this.
On Ray.
Yeah, on Ray.
Because I worked for Ray too.
That's how
so I know Ray really well.
That's how we met. It got easier for me to swim for Ray as I got older because we knew him better. But at the same time, there were elements that also got a lot harder. So later into my career, there was a period where I was not as motivated. Like particularly the hardest year for me and Ray's relationship ever was 2017.
Oh my gosh, I knew it! I knew it! I could have nailed it.
After that Olympics, we won a gold medal and a bronze medal, set an American record. I was the breaststroker for Michael Phelps. I was the fastest American ever. And I just didn't have the motivation to go back. I was like, I knew I was eventually going to get back and want to keep swimming. Like I knew that I didn't want to be done, but I needed a break. And Ray was trying to protect me, and he was pushing in ways that he probably didn't, how do I say this? It was a challenge for both of us because Ray is super motivated, and when I am locked in, I'm super motivated, and so we worked well together. But there were times in my career when I wasn't as motivated as I probably should have been, and that made it difficult for us.
Bottom line is, Ray cares arguably too much. He is very, very invested in his athletes.
Yes.
That is who he is. And so after the 2016 Olympics, Cody was like, I need a little break.
There was a period,
like, no, we don't.
I wanted a period of time where I just wanted to swim a few days a week or once a day. And Ray's an all or nothing kind of guy. Yeah. And so and he had only ever known me as an athlete that's all in. And so for me to be an athlete that wanted to just do less and just take it easy, that was a struggle for us. Honestly, we could spend an hour talking about stories about Ray with me or with other athletes. Oh yeah. Maybe we do that in another podcast. Yeah. Maybe. But we need to move on.
What's something you feel you missed out in your early 20s as you were preparing so rigorously for the Olympics?
Allie and I actually talked about this recently. I made the concession to Allie that I regretted not spending more time with her, not taking a little more time on our breaks away from swimming to do things for us as a couple because I was just so laser focused on swimming. And I have some pretty strong regrets about that, especially after I had already reached certain levels of success where I should have prioritized other things.
There were a few family vacations where I was the third wheel, the fifth wheel, the seventh wheel with my family and siblings.
Because I wasn't there.
Right.
Yeah.
But everybody understood, and I also understood. So my brother's a coach, so, we all got it. I don't regret it. I chose that path.
I wish I had spent a little more time with Allie for things I do.
Would you consider... this is from Brett Hart.
It is from Brett. I noticed that.
Would you consider training for the 50 breast for LA 2028?
Well, I want to train for the trial cut because look, Olympic trials are going to be here again. They're going to be up the road from us.
Yeah.
And I want to keep swimming. I want to keep making swimming content and doing swimming clinics and being in the swimming world. I love it. So I'm definitely going to get the cut so that I can go to the trials. Now, how seriously am I going to take that? I don't think I'm willing to really, I don't think it would be good for my ego for me to lock in and be let's see if I can be top 5 in the world or whatever. Yeah. I don't think that I'm in a place in my life where that would be good for me or for my family.
The little fellas would love to see him.
But at the same time,
it's so exciting.
At the same time, training for the 50 is fun. And who knows? You never know. So. Good question, Brett.
What would you have done differently in your late 20s and early 30s while still competing on the U.S. national team?
What would I have done differently? There were times when I took swimming too seriously. Probably the main example is the 2020, 2021 season, leading into the follow-up Olympics after my Rio breakout. I put too much pressure on myself, and I was way too invested in doing well again with additional pressure that was a driving force in me really underperforming.
We also had a newborn.
That didn't help.
He was 6 months at trials, and I was pregnant at trials.
And
I knew I was pregnant at trials, so going through there.
We planned the pregnancy basically around trials. We planned for Allie to get pregnant, and then for her to have the baby after the Olympics. And then COVID happened, and then the Olympics got postponed. And so I've had a lot of people ask me like, well, what if it wasn't postponed? Like, what would things have changed? It's like,
We don't know.
I don't know. And I've honestly let go of that notion. Like, cause it would not have changed my life. If
a good baby.
He was a great baby. But like, had I made another Olympic team and like, you know, whatever, it's like my life would not be any different right now. It wouldn't have changed. So I've truly let that go. It's just like, the plans a big wrench got thrown into the plans, but a big wrench got thrown into everybody's plans. It happened to everyone. So.
All right. From Todd, legendary coach Bob Bowman recently took over the University of Texas. I saw you post a picture with one of his new hires, the sprint. Oh, Trevor! Is he a good coach? Love Trevor!
Yeah, Trevor is the sprint coach at Texas in Austin.
Yes!
And he's one of our very good friends.
He worked swim camp with me when he worked down at IU.
We love Trevor. We love Trevor. Look,
he's fantastic.
Look, Texas is going. The big question forever was when Eddie leaves Texas, is the Texas dynasty going to fall? They hired Bob Bowman, who is a great coach, and he hired great staff. Mm-hmm. Trevor being one of them, one of our good friends. He's a great coach. We love the guy. He's fantastic. We helped him get a start. Great looking guy.
Okay. That is not what I was saying. From Chrissy, I recently learned that the coaches don't get paid to be on the USA team. The head USA Olympic coach does the job for free, and they don't get rewarded for their athlete success. It blew my mind when I found this out. As someone who knows a lot of those coaches personally, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, I hate this. It sucks.
Yeah,
it so sucks. They're taking time off of their actual job, sometimes 8 weeks at a time, to go and coach at these meets, and they're not getting paid. It's actually crazy. It's a big part of the scam that goes on with the Olympics, with the amount of money generating and the amount of money that flows back to the athletes and the coaches. Like it sucks. To play devil's advocate to that, it's not like they're not getting nothing. Like you get the honor of being an Olympic coach for Team USA. That helps your career. So that's not nothing. It helps you get jobs. It helps you get promotions. It helps you get recruits, because a lot of these coaches are Division I college program coaches. It will help them with recruiting. So it's not like they get nothing. But at the end of the day, to not get financially compensated at all is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I agree.
Yeah. And that's just USA Swimming. Other coaches for other countries, maybe their NGBs pay those coaches, because I don't know, but I'm just speaking for USA Swimming standards. Yeah, it sucks. That's another thing that the enhanced games is saying. They're gonna like Brett gets bonuses for those athletes setting records. Like, they're compensating him. They're paying him a really good salary, but they're also gonna compensate him. Like, again, take your opinion on the enhanced games out of the equation. That's how it's supposed to be, right? Like, that's how it's how it should be.
Okay, from Anne, you've covered a lot more current events on your channel recently. Would you ever consider transitioning to be more of a sports journalist? Actually, break news. You probably have more connections than anyone else in the swim world. You could be the first report on stories before the swim news outlets.
No, I'm not a journalist. I'm not into breaking news.
What?
I'm not into that. I have no interest in that. I will talk about the things that I find interesting. And that's it. Like, if I wanted to go viral and be salacious, I would say more outrageous, crazy things. I would go hard on Gabby Rose in that little Gabby Rose segment. Like, I would say crazy, wild things. Like, that's not my thing. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do that. It's just
I agree on that one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be very honest about my opinion, and I'll talk about the things that interest me in a podcast like this, or in a normal YouTube video that I make. It's just that plain simple. But as far as breaking news and all this, no. Ugh, gross.
Yeah,
no.
I actually feel very similar. From Wiz, now that Allie and you are past your
keep going.
professional athletic careers, how do you stay motivated to work out? What gives you inspiration to push yourself every day? I'm going to go ahead and preface this. I'm laughing. I was not that professional athlete. That wasn't me.
You were an athlete.
Okay, yeah, way back when. I was never a professional athlete. So I'm going to take myself out of that equation. What inspiration? My kids.
I've actually thought about this. So recently, our 4-year-old Axel has learned that my grandpa has passed away.
Yeah.
And he's brought it up a number of times because he's wrestling with understanding that a dad can die. He has said to me, "Dad, I don't want you to die." And I'm not kidding. I have thought about that when I'm working out. I'm going to stay strong and fit as long as humanly possible so that I can be around for my kids. Like seriously.
He'll tell me, Mommy, I don't want to lose you.
Yeah.
And that's like heartbreaking to hear from your little,
I also just I love doing swim clinics. I like working out. I like lifting weights. I like swimming. It's also a hobby, but
I like to inspire kids every day,
She does.
From Talia, what place have you not visited but really want to? Spain.
I thought you were going to say Ireland.
Oh, yes.
Ireland.
That's my number one. That was one.
She's Irish.
That's
I was
one.
Irish.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
That was one place that we were supposed to go before kids that we never ended up getting. What's yours?
I just said Ireland. I said Ireland.
Oh, yours is Ireland?
Yeah.
Oh. Jonathan, I met you at a swim clinic in Maine. Would you tell your viewers the Skittles story? That's my favorite. It's one of the greatest stories I've ever heard from an athlete. It's a good one.
I'm not going to tell the story.
Oh, man.
I that's one that I like to. There is a couple stories that I save for when I'm in person, when I do live events, when I do swim clinics or speaking events. That is one. Long story short, I ate Skittles and I got really sick.
From Sue, what is your favorite pizza topping?
Pineapple.
Vomit.
Pineapple.
From Tim, weirdest food you've ever eaten?
So we were in Peru for Pan American Games.
This is weird for us. Let me preface that.
And we had a day
Guinea pig.
We ate guinea pig.
Yeah.
It was good. It was really good, but it was weird.
It was weird for us because,
We don't eat that here.
Well, I've grown up with friends who had guinea pigs. What movie have you rewatched more than anything else?
My favorite movie of all time is it switches back.
Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I probably watched Twilight.
The first Twilight, she rewatches a lot.
How did you and Allie get so many Harry Potter Funko Pops?
We have.
Well, that's just a small.
Yeah, that's not all of them. That's 200 and some. Well, we have 223, I think, of them. It started because we got a gift card, and we were like, "Oh, let's buy a couple."
When we were married.
Yeah, we got a gift card. We bought some, and then it became a thing. We would go to the stores and look for certain pops together. It was honestly like a bonding thing where we would go to different stores and try to find different ones.
That Luna Lovegood back there with the glasses, the classic Luna. I'm not gonna lie, one day Cody was at practice and he came home and I was like, I might have spent just under $300 on Luna.
Some of them are worth a lot. We have ones up there that are worth $1,000.
Do I regret it?
No.
Jeff asked, what is your favorite gas station snack? Oh, I got a great story. Cody and I went in the airport, we separated, and we came back together. I had peppered jerky and cheddar popcorn. Cody, on the other hand, had teriyaki jerky and regular popcorn. And we both had waters, and we were both like, this is awkward.
This is why we got married.
This is really
I forgot
awkward.
about that. That's true.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that.
And we were both like, I didn't know that's what you were going to get, or I would have maybe got you with. So.
That was funny.
From Catherine, what do you admire most about each other? What do you love the most about Allie? And what does Allie love the most about Cody? Well, for me, obviously, the admire and love are very different.
Yeah.
I admire Cody's grit and Cody's work ethic. What I love the most about Cody is probably the things that I am not, which is how disciplined, how steadfast he probably is. I'm a little bit more impulsive, not a little bit, but
free spirit.
Yeah, and I love him.
I admire Allie's level of compassion. She has an unbelievable ability to only see good in people. Sometimes it's to a fault. She's so much more compassionate and understanding than I am. And I really do admire that. I think that we complement each other. The thing that I love the most about Allie is how good she is with our kids. She's a great mom. That's just a simple fact. And I knew that when I married her, that she was going to be a really good mom. Thank you all for the questions. Until the next video, we'll see you later.